Next on Worcester News Tonight, a massive protest outside City Hall tonight draws hundreds. We'll have the details. Plus, winter weather causing some serious accidents today in Worcester out on the roads. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Catherine Andrioli. Hundreds gathered in front of Worcester City Hall tonight in a peaceful demonstration to show support for immigrants and refugees in the city. Activists held signs and chanted during a rally to support immigrants in the city. It comes after President Trump's immigration order and proposed city council resolution to clarify if Worcester is a, quote, sanctuary city and how it will enforce federal immigration laws. Mayor Joe Petty says he wants to send the message that Worcester will continue to welcome all people and will also continue to be an accepting community for everyone.
Making people feel uncomfortable or uneasy or fearful where they live. And we have a number of people who are in fear, whether right or wrong, they're in fear. That's a fact. We have a number of students, I talked to the superintendent, who come in crying, who think that they're going to be deported, whether they're here legally or undocumented or not.
And after the demonstration, community members packed into City Hall's chambers and continued to voice their message during tonight's City Council meeting. The peaceful protest was organized by the group Showing Up for Racial Justice. Tonight's rally aimed to spread the message the city is a welcoming place for refugees and immigrants, and it should stay this way. Brittany Schaefer has the details.
These are the messages hundreds want to be heard at an immigration rally at Worcester City Hall.
I'm going to be trying to inspire people to know that this is not just a one-time event. Standing up for immigrants, standing up for refugees, and also standing up for Muslims.
I think this is probably one of the most important times to stand in solidarity.
According to immigration attorney Randy Feldman, President Trump's executive order allows any offense to send an undocumented immigrant back to their country.
These two executive orders have so heightened the anxiety and the worry on the part of the immigrant community that now it's really where people are honestly afraid.
Another question being raised at tonight's City Council meeting is whether Worcester is a sanctuary city. Feldman says by his definition, it is.
Sanctuary city is basically having to do with the police department, whether or not they're going to call the Immigration Service, ICE, when they arrest somebody.
The city released a statement Monday saying the Worcester Police Department does not have the authority or resources to enforce the federal immigration laws, but say they will not interfere with immigration enforcement.
Just looking at WPD and the stance that they have taken on protecting immigrant and refugee communities and standing by their policy of not questioning people on their immigration status, to me speaks a lot about how sensitive local government can be.
Many who are attending Tuesday's rally say the city is already handling its immigration policies well.
Our police department here in Worcester has made it very clear they have no interest in contacting ICE, except in the very rare instance where the perpetrator is a violent criminal.
We're going to continue to be the city that welcomes immigrants and refugees, and that there's no need to have a change in direction in policy right now.
Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
A Worcester man says he's glad he's okay after a car slammed into his home just a few feet away from where he was shoveling this afternoon. Javier Cepeda says he was shoveling his sidewalk in front of his Adams Street home when a minivan coming down a hill crashed into the home's gas line, forcing him and other residents to evacuate. Cepeda says the driver eventually fled the scene before police could get there. He says the situation could have been worse.
And he slammed into the gas meter, which is right here where he's working on. And immediately after that happened, I smelled gas, and the gas, like it was really, really bad. I'll never forget, I just seen Ford and blue, and it was just like too close to me. I was like, I definitely, it was nerve-wracking.
Cepeda says he did take down the man's license plate. Police are investigating. No arrests have been made, and thankfully no one was hurt. Winter weather caused a messy commute for drivers today and many accidents here in Worcester. police were on scene of a crash involving a school bus around 3:30 today. It happened on Chester Street in Worcester. Police say no one suffered serious injuries. About an hour later, police responded to a 10-car crash involving a city bus. It happened on Williamsburg Drive. Here's a look at some of the snowfall outside our studio. The city of Worcester has enforced a winter parking ban. There's no parking on either side of the main streets, bus routes, and the streets downtown. We'll have the latest on the forecast later this hour. The verdict is in the high-profile manslaughter trial of a Princeton dentist. A jury finds Dr. Roger Desilets not guilty on all counts. Prosecutors had argued he pushed his wife out the window, but Desilets' lawyers say she jumped. Our Rosalind Flaherty has the story.
Charging manslaughter, the jury finds the defendant not guilty.
After more than 15 hours of deliberation, the jury in the Roger Desilets manslaughter trial finds the Princeton dentist not guilty of manslaughter and assault and battery in the 2011 death of his wife.
They were a very attentive group, they were a very intelligent group, and they made the right decision based upon all the evidence as we understood it.
We're disappointed with the verdict, but you've got to respect the jury's decision.
The well-publicized trial gained national attention. Desilets was accused of pushing his wife Kathleen to her death out a third-story window in December of 2011. He denied the allegations, saying his wife was intoxicated and angry at him following a fight about an affair and fell to her death.
This is a 5-year nightmare for him. Not only did his wife die, he lost his family, he lost his daughters who were estranged, he lost his grandchildren as a result.
Desilets walked out of the courtroom with nothing to say. This is your Teresa Muxey was a friend of Kathleen Desilets. She says they can't say justice was achieved in the trial.
But we can say that Kathleen, through families, friends, and the prosecutorial team, was given a voice, and for that we're very grateful.
One of Desilets' lawyers says he doesn't consider the verdict a victory for anyone.
This is a human tragedy, no matter how you analyze this, and that's sad.
Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
A Worcester man is arrested after police say he broke into more than 40 cars in one night. Auburn police say 33-year-old Sean Gerber is a suspect in similar break-ins in both Auburn and in Grafton. Gerber was arrested at his home on Franklin Street in Worcester. Police say he admitted to his involvement in the break-ins. Auburn police say the break-ins happened late Sunday into early Monday morning in the area of Central Street, South Street, and in surrounding neighborhoods. And for the second time in less than 2 weeks, Jewish community centers across the country have received suspicious robocalls, including the JCC right here in Worcester. Worcester Fire and police were on scene of the JCC on Salisbury Street around 12:30 Tuesday. Police say the threat was phoned into the preschool. Children were evacuated from the building. As a precautionary measure, police say the building was determined to be safe after no device was found after an extended